Welcome to TCF NFL Pick Show Week 3. I am 4-8-1 right now on the season, on the show. 1-5-1, bad. I struggled at the gate. Went 3-3 last week. Really thought I had the Bears. Forgot that I got them at 2.5. Like I said, we do the lines that we get while we're recording the show.
Yep.
Like I said, we do it Tuesdays, and it's then. Today is Thursday. We already kind of picked the first game, which we will both take as we both have the same pick, so we can't argue about it. But like I said, I don't see the timestamps. I gambled on it, so I did take it before the game started, so I should get it. Boomy should get a loss because he didn't.
I was a little busy.
I'm just kidding. But you can follow me on Twitter at ZLilja, LILJATCF. Main page is at typical_Chicago. Loop Sports at loop_sports. We just did our Facebook Live show, which we do between Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 o'clock. We talked football, college football, NFL. Cubs made us really sad, so we kind of just ended it kind of quickly because they're just making us depressed. At least we're here to talk about football and gambling, which I do not do on baseball anymore. Maybe. The playoffs,
I haven't bet on a baseball
playoffs.
game in forever.
But then that's a typical Chicago fans Facebook, the Loop Sports, our podcast, blogs, videos. This video will be on there as well as our YouTube, and then Instagram, which snippets of this video will be on ours at typical Chicago fans, and then there are also the Loop Sports on Instagram.
Make sure you follow me on Twitter at BoomingTCF. I'm a much better college football gambler than I am a NFL gambler, but I started off week 1 at 4-3. Last week I struggled. My only win was since Seattle at Pittsburgh. I'm on 1-5, so my overall is 5-8. But you're gonna want to stay tuned because my over/under lock of the week has been 2-0, and they've both covered pretty convincingly. So we're back at it this week. We have a Thursday night game, 2 noon games on Sunday, the Sunday night game, and the Monday night game, plus our over/under lock of the week. So I want to get started. You already said that we both had Jags plus
Jaguars.
1.5.
Plus 1.5. I also took them. Oh, I did take them money line.
Might as well. At that
They're
point.
up 14-0 right now.
Do you have a number where, like, if a team is like plus 2, do you might as well just take
to 2.5 is where I usually take
that's
money
where
lines.
you draw. That's kind of what I was thinking too.
I like that field goal cushion.
Buffer, yeah. I think if it gets to 3, then I'll stay away from the money line. But anything lower than 3 is usually a hammer.
I'm just trying to look up.
For me.
My over-unders are 0-2. So
yeah, it's tough.
Tough.
But I'm going to start off on the Sunday noon games. I think kind of building off of what they did last week. I like what the Falcons did. I'm not convinced. I think Jacoby Brissett and the Colts are a decent team. But at the same time, I am not. I was very impressed with the Falcons last week on Sunday to pull that game out and beat an Eagles team. So I think that them getting, I think they're getting 1 point. I'll probably just bet the money line and just kind of let that eat. So I like the Falcons plus 1.
who else do you like?
In my other noon game, give me Kansas City minus 6.5.
That was kind of like one of like.
Sorry.
No, that was like a Jeopardy. Who else do you
Who
want?
else?
What else do you want?
Yeah, I think Kansas City, and don't get me wrong, I think Baltimore's got a decent little football team, but at the end of the day, Kansas City, they showed in that second quarter out there in Oakland that they can just pour it on, and I don't see, Baltimore's defense is good. They're not good enough to stop Pat Mahomes and the rest of the Chiefs, so they're minus 6.5. I think they're going to win that game by at least a touchdown.
I'm going the other way. I like the Colts. Minus 1. I like them a lot. I think Jacoby Brissett's better than everyone thinks he's. I mean, not better, but this team's going to be better because he's a good quarterback and this defense is good.
Okay.
At home, like I said, the Falcons are also in the dome. They like it. They like to play in the dome. But sure. I think the home atmosphere. They know this. I think Indianapolis is realizing this team could be good. They could be good even though they got.
Luckily for them, they play in a very average division. Luckily. Who else you got in your second noon game?
I also have this game's just gross, kind of. It's one of those. It's gonna be tough to stomach. But the Patriots minus
You're
22.
Like that big line.
Yes, I think that they are going to destroy the Jets at home. Bill Belichick always loves just beating the Jets by a million, and I think they have an opportunity to do it. Touchdowns galore.
I don't think it's.
I think it's going to
It's
be
just many points.
I think that the Patriots are much better than the Browns, and they beat them at home like that. I don't think that I don't see anything that this Jets team has done that has proven to you that they could keep it to a 22-point game.
All right, I don't hate that. I mean, that big of a spread just scares me. But let's move on to the afternoon games. A team I've been high on, a team I have playing for the NFC Championship, the Seattle Seahawks. Probably could have been the game of the year had Drew Brees not broken his thumb. Seattle is at home against a Teddy Bridgewater-led Saints team. I like the Seahawks a lot. They're going to cover 4 at home. That place is so hard to play, and I just am not convinced that the Saints, sans Drew Brees, is going to be able to get the job done.
But always had that thing in the back of your head. I think Bridgewater could start for multiple teams in the NFL. And this offense and offensive line and offense is so well kept by Drew Brees. I think that Bridgewater could go in and take over.
They get steamrolled by the Rams, who I'll give them that. The Rams are
and it's
good.
Also a weird spot, though, because Bridgewater also gets another week of practice with the ones.
But week 1, I mean, they didn't play that great. They did end up beating the Texans at home. I just don't think that even with Drew Brees that the Saints are that, the dominant force that they have been. So I like Seattle a lot. They only got to cover 4 at home. I know they struggled in week 1, but they really put it together last week in Pittsburgh. So I think they're going to cover that.
I like the Giants. It's in Tampa Bay, plus 6.5. I think Daniel Jones is going to put a spark under this team, maybe, because Eli is just, what Eli's been for the last few years now. He's kind of just been kept this team down. And I think Daniel Jones is, like you said, it's a new face for the quarterback. I think he's more talented than he's been kind of led on to be.
Definitely.
Just because he went to Duke, wasn't watched a lot, was kind of hated in the draft just because I think they understood that they could have got him at maybe a lower pick. But that's not his fault. And he's gone out there in the preseason, done what he had to do.
I just worry about him making his debut on the road because that game's in Tampa.
Honestly, I think that may benefit him. Not have to be at MetLife. Yeah. It's not going to be as crazy. It's going to be crazier just because it's on the road.
It also does worry me that Sterling Shepard is questionable, who is going to be, if they're going to succeed, he's going to be a gigantic
But everyone forget, Saquon Barkley, if you can get the passing game going just a little bit and not always have to worry about them just going after the rush, then that's going to help so much too.
And that's what worries me, though, like even getting the passing game. If Sterling Shepard's out, isn't Evan Ingram's injured right now, if I'm not mistaken? They're coming back off of an injury. Either way, they scare me a little bit, but Tampa Bay, even though they beat Carolina last week, they still stink. I'm not convinced that they're going to be able to get it done. Let's move on to the Sunday night game. We got the Rams and the Browns. I think the Browns stink. I am not a fan of the Browns. I thought that it was a pretty easy win for them on Monday. Obviously, no Sam Darnold with the Jets. I took that pick before, literally like the day before that the news came out about Sam Darnold. And I just think the Browns are maybe a little bit farther away than we expected. So give me the Rams -3 on the road. The Rams look like a force right now.
I like the Rams a lot. I mean, I think that it's going to be a pretty. I don't think the Browns have proven themselves. They had one touchdown that was pretty awesome by Odell. He had a great catch, but they still didn't get anything really going consistently for that offense. And and that Rams team, that defense of the Rams is going to get after the Browns.
For sure.
And the Browns defense has also not been the greatest either this year. I know they've had sparks of it, but they're going to be able to keep Todd Gurley and Jared Goff down for the whole game. I don't think so, and I think 3.5 or 3 is a pretty reasonable number. The wide receivers are
playing really well. I mean, Robert Woods is having a good year. Cooper Kupp has been playing well too. I just expect the Rams to roll them. But big one for you. Monday night, we got the Bears heading to D.C. to take on the R-Words. What do you think? I know that the Bears are a 4.5 point. They didn't cover in Denver for you. Are the Bears going to cover 4.5 points on the road at an improved Redskins team?
We both say yes.
Yes.
We both say yes because I don't think the Redskins are really that improved. I like their quarterback, Ohio State. Why am I...
Dwayne Haskins. He's not the starter right now, though, is he?
I think he's. I guess he's. No, it's Case Keenum. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think he will be at some point this year.
Definitely.
Because Case Keenum's just your average quarterback.
He's serviceable.
If you get to a point where I think the season's going to be out of reach, I think you put him in there. Definitely. I think they're going to be good when they build around him. But PFT says it's Dan Snyder is just running this team so poorly over the last few years. Not just few years, last multiple years. Yeah. It's just crazy. And I guess multiple years and last few years are the same thing.
Yeah.
I
know, but
I had to go back with that. But yeah, Bears Monday night. They need to get this offense going again. Like I said, win or lose, this game is going to be based off how Mitch plays.
For sure.
Because I don't want to lose this game, but it's not the end of the season. But if Mitch has another just not a good game on the road in prime time, then it's going to really start to be worrisome.
Absolutely. I think the Bears are going to pull this one out.
So I got, like I said, Thursday I had tonight. I had the Jaguars plus 1.5. So did Boomy. I had the Colts -1, Pats -22 for the Sunday noon games. Giants plus 6.5 for the Sunday 3 o'clock game. We both had Rams -3 for Sunday night, and both had Bears -4. You had 4.5. On Monday night. I said Sunday night.
Ours are very similar. My Sunday is a little bit different. I have Atlanta +1 on the road, Kansas City -6.5, and Seattle -4 for the 2 noon games and the 3 o'clock. What is your weekly over-under hammer of the week? I'm 2-0, you're 0-2. What should everybody fade on your pick?
Let's see here. I think I like the Green Bay Denver under.
I was going to say over.
I like under. So we have a competing. Didn't even mean to do
that.
But
that's not my pick, though. I leaned towards that, but I actually wrote down a different.
I think it's going to be under. I think it's
going to
be two good defenses.
I think you're going to see a little bit more. The Packers' offense has gotten better from week 1 to week 2.
A Packers fan would say that.
Well, I mean, statistically, it has 10 points to 26 points is an improvement.
But
either way, my hammer is the under in the Giants-Buccaneers game. Both these teams stink. I want nothing to do with them. Daniel Jones, he might be good, but he could also be the Daniel Jones everyone was expecting. And Jameis Winston is just a fat turd, so I don't care. There's no way these teams are scoring 48 points.
No, I don't think so. But he said, I'm 0-2. He's 2-0, so that's probably where you should look going after this. But thank you for joining us here on another TCF NFL Pick Show. This is week 3. Like I said, I am 4-8-1. You are
5-8.
5-8,
but 2-0 on the over/under hammers.
So yeah, but that's.
I got to keep bringing that up. That's my claim to fame.
Maybe we should add that in there, because it's kind of weird just to have those by themselves.
Yeah.
So then I'd be 4-10, and you would be 7-8.
7-8. Yeah.
So that's fine. We'll do that. Let me change this real quick. But also, I forgot to even do one, so I kind of looked at that, and it's kind of funny that our brains went against each other there.
Definitely.
But you can follow me on Twitter at ZLilja, LILJA TCF. If you want to see me, I don't know what the Cubs score is right now, but I'm going to get pretty sad if they lose tonight, and it's just going to be tough. But hopefully my picks all hit. You can follow me there, like I said, on Twitter at ZLilja, LILJA TCF. The main page at typical_Chicago. The Loop Sports at the Loop_Sports. We just did a Facebook Live show, which we do between Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 o'clock, talks all sports, everything that's going on. Interact with us, ask us questions. We do candy reviews, top threes, and also get sad about the Cubs like we did this week.
Yeah.
And then the Loose Sports, our podcast, blogs, videos like this one, which will be on there, and our YouTube page tomorrow, which will be Friday. And then Instagram, where we put up all of our podcasts, some intros, some ping pong that we do, just random stuff that we're doing. 2 straight. Just want to say that. And then the Loop Sports on Instagram.
Follow me on Twitter at BoomyTCF. If you are an Apple user, you can find all our stuff on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe, rate, and review. If not, we're on Spotify. Subscribe there. And like Zach said, head on over to the YouTube page and check out all the videos. We've been stockpiling them for over 6 months now.
Yeah,
we've been doing all the videos.
We got all of our episodes our podcast that we do video for. We do all the video for our podcast. We're gonna be doing a lot of different stuff. Maybe catching ourselves a game here, a football game in the next few weeks. But we'll let you all know about that. Again, thank you for watching, listening, whatever you're doing here. We love you all.
Peace.